feel like the iPhone's getting worse and worse about this. It must be wanting me to buy a new one. I think what I'm going to do is get some kind of camera or something that's just a camera. It ain't no fucking phone, app, store, or whatever. This morning I just watched a video about Timu and Shimu and Debu and whatever the fuck, Poo Poo Pee Poo, or I don't know, Shoopy Winpin. I don't know what their names are. I mean, I've said this, other people have said this, I'm only repeating what other people have said. But you gotta be off. You gotta be wanting something for nothing. The something for nothing. If you turn around and you're looking at yourself and you're wanting something for nothing, you're about to get scammed. You're getting scammed. If somebody's got this way to do something for nothing. It's really a weird thing. And that's what instantly goes through my mind. Well, there's no reason why they should be selling this cheap. If they sell this cheap, it's a scam. You know? This cheap, it's gotta break. It's gotta be fake. It's gotta be a knockoff. They didn't pay the fees and stuff. But then, you know, as a person that doesn't like those things, you know, doesn't think that they're fair, that you can hoard an idea. How can you hoard an idea? It's like if other people can see your idea, then we can have your idea too. Oh, what are you smelling? Some rocks? Come on. So most of us are like, yeah, who cares if they didn't pay the duties or the taxes or the this or the that? I don't care. That makes me feel even better. So it's like you feel like you're getting one over on the system by buying this deal. And it is too good to be true. It's way too good to be true. People are exposing that business model as it will never succeed. It's operating at a 35% loss. That's pretty big. They don't care, and they're also cheating the rules. But you see, you're not really cheating the rules. It's just them. And they're getting this stuff here, which is hurting your brothers and your sisters, taking away their livelihood. It's also weakening the infrastructure that we have for shipping this stuff to begin with. It's a big thing, and these types of companies, these user things, these types of business models, this user plan, I'm going to use them all. I'll use them and they'll do it for me. That sounds great to everyone that's running a business, you know? I don't have to do anything. Because what they do is other illegal activities. And where do they focus their attention with the other illegal activities? Well, with all the people that they've lured in with all this stuff. They're paying the 35% loss so that they can get to you. You're the thing that they're buying. they're buying access to your information, your identity, your this, your that, your security clearance, whatever. Your information, your computer. I always wondered about the little buttons on the side of the road because they don't really seem like they do anything to make the light turn green for the little green man so you can go across the street. What if those buttons were all like routed into a thing where ultimately they need something to push a button, like on Lost. They need that button pushed whenever they need it pushed, and that's just the end of the story. And so they put all these buttons everywhere, and people are pushing buttons for free. Nobody has to pay that person to push the button, and it pushes the button, and it does some kind of work somewhere. I always thought that. You know, where does this button go? Who's benefiting from me pushing this button? And what's the way that you could get to have, like, okay, hook that button up on the corner of Maine and whatever, and then have it linked to the American Idol voting system, you know? And so have it linked to voting in old Sleepy Joe. 81 million votes. Well, yeah, there was a lot of people wanting to cross the street that day. I always wondered, because, oh, well, yeah, this is, people physically chose this option here. Yeah, see, look, we got the proof. See this? This is the electrical impulse. Every time this came in, we chucked up another vote. Every time it comes in, we chuck up another vote. And so you're out there. I would just want to cross the street, and how many times do you push the button? Do you just push it once? I mean, you're out there voting fucking 50 times for Joe Biden. What the fuck? How would you feel about yourself if they came back with all the who voted for who? You know, it was like a breakdown of, we got Max over here. He must have had a busy day out doing errands or something because he voted 750 times. Oh, wow. Lucky me. I used to think about that about the video games too. And you know, that's probably a thing on the internet. What if you had a video game, an online video game, immersive first-person video game where you were, say, a raider, and you had all these weapons at your disposal, and you had super strength, and you can run fast and do all this stuff, just like a robot, and yeah. So because of the shortfalls of AI and all that stuff, they don't have any will. There's no will for a robot. You have to program the will into a robot. They're willless. But if you hook it up with a person, and then you delude the person into thinking that they're doing something else, you could real time send the telemetry data to that person, and then you could have them controlling the robot without them even knowing. I saw a thing where this guy has an RC plane, and this is really cool. This guy has an RC plane, and he builds this chair. It's basically a cockpit, and it has all these hydraulics on it, and he puts a first-person camera on the airplane, and all this stuff is wireless, and doo-dah, and then he flies the airplane sitting in the seat, and it's moving, you know, pitching and yaw to the way that he drives the plane. So it's like he's in it. And we've all seen the people with the drones, you know, the military drones that are out there on the battleship flying the drones. Those ones that are the drones are not like hover around type of thing, which are really fast too, but this is a lot simpler technology. They're just little, I wouldn't even be surprised if they weren't pulse jet engines. Something real simple. But anyways, they're just an airplane, a little model airplane with a jet engine on it, and yeah. It's not hard to do. So imagine if there was like a video game in you. I mean, you'll do anything in a video game because it's not real. You're like, Grand Theft Auto. If you want to say that you won't, Grand Theft Auto. Getting prostitutes to get your life up, but you gotta pay money, and then you want that money back, you could just take it. I'll just leave it there. Go on the rampages, and you know, when you die, you killed the robot. The robot's dead. But it would seem unrealistic in that sense, because it would take more to kill a robot than it would to kill a person. So you would feel like you were playing a video game, you know? Oh, I'm getting shot. That's okay, I'll just get shot a few times and run past. But then I'll be in a better spot, and then I'll kill more people. You know? Look how green that tree is. That's a green tree. So that was kind of like a warning, I think. And I've seen them talking about it on TV. I've seen them. It's a thing that they're telling to you. They're telling it to you. If you want something for nothing, you're about to get scammed. From somebody else, I guess. And I guess I'd have to be like one of those people that argue, oh yeah, well, it takes your effort and all this stuff, so there is nothing that no DIY is you get something for nothing. Unless you're, yeah, unless it's raining, I guess, and your mouth is open. Then you get a drink of water. And I guess it's for nothing. Rainy day. Oh, what? Eating grass, huh? Whoa. Tie yourself up. Is that a sadist? I'm not against it, but I don't believe in Mr. JC. I believe in the concept, but not the idea, I guess, or whatever. Not really even that. I don't believe in the idea. I don't know. Well, I do believe in it, but I don't want it to be. It's a thing. It's a thing, okay? That's what I believe. It's a thing. But I don't believe this man thing. You know? He's a man. Oh. Really? It's so far away. Okay. it gets muddy, I'm gonna be mad. Hey, you. What? What? Come on. What's wrong? Weirdo. That's as deep as it gets today. Boy, I've been brushing her. She's so hard to brush. I think I might be using the wrong brush. I get the Ferber. To me, it's just an undercoat rake. I don't know, but they call it a Ferberator, a fur turder. I don't know what it's called. Some popular thing. Everybody, you gotta get one of these. It's so easy. It's not so easy. I always feel like it's one of those half cutter, half comb things. I always feel like it's that. But it doesn't really work like that. It seems like if the fur is ready to come out, it works really good. But if the fur is ready to come out, just petting the dog makes the fur come out. So, I don't know. Anyways, when she's not shedding, I had it around the whole time, you know. I would do it to try to stimulate her hair, but I just take one of those stiff bristle brushes for a human, the plastic ones with the little balls on the end of them, and I just brush her with that. It's like combing her hair. Keep it all straight and untangled. Make sure there's no things stuck in her fur. You know, I do that, and she liked it, and it was also to get her to be ready for the brushing, because they like it, but then it's not fast enough, so the dogs get bored, but they like it. But they just don't like how long it takes. So that's it. I don't know. This whole bill pay thing too is still on my mind. I don't know. I guess I'll have to just do it. Try it, see what happens. Isn't that weird? I mean, how come it can't be? Is it like that? Is it like the people that are there? What's gonna happen? Okay, so I send this bill off with some stuff written on it, and then the people are gonna be like, one of these, and then what do they do with it? Then they send it off to the real financial department, or then they process it the real way. it seems like if this is all a thing, and they process your account, somebody's paying on your account, how do they get the money out of my account? Who are they talking to with my account? Who's talking to it? How do they gain access to my account? Can anyone gain access to my account? I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm sure there's like some kind of regulatory thing. Who's running that? Who runs the regulatory aspect of the money account that's associated with your birth certificate? Stockbrokers? I mean, who does that? It's all the central banks, isn't it? The central banks are like, I don't know. Wouldn't you think that I guess new money is coming in through the form of precious metals? We're looking for the precious metals to make the things that we want, but the precious metals are also money. So let's say I'm a big company and I look for all the precious metals I can find, and I find a whole bunch of them, and then I use them. I use them in such a way where they're removed from the system. Nobody has the opportunity to buy or use these in any other way than the way that I use them. And now there's that much less money. Like all the money that it cost to build all the cars in 1950. That doesn't all come back. So we have to keep, like, you go recycle it and take good care of it and sell it at a later date or whatever for like close to the same thing. We got you. That he's old and can't run away far. I didn't want to run away far too. I'm old too. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, lately I've been looking at my own videos and noticing how fucking shitty the quality is. It's not what I see on my screen, the one around the corner here. So they must be doing something to it. But then again, I know that that's the way the camera works. Like, you can have the phone in camera mode, and so it's looking through the lens, and then I'm looking through the screen, and it looks really awesome. It's like exactly what I see, you know? It's like if they held the camera up right here and this, that's what I see. But then as soon as you push the record button, it changes it. You could see it happen right in front of you. Maybe I'll get a second camera and I'll show you how. But you guys all have a camera too, so why don't you tell me first if it happens to you or not? And maybe my trying to show you will make me look at it more and I'll figure it out myself. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nobody's ever even complained. Kind of an interesting thing. I think I always think about it in some kind of form or other than another, is how we see things, you know? And I don't mean like because of physical limitations. I mean how we see things, how we perceive the way that we see things. I've been thinking about wondering how people think. I know how I think. I know the way that everything goes down in my mind, and I try to explain it to people that are patient, because it sounds like I'm saying weird shit, like you don't understand it. Most people don't understand it. But the way that things go, how many different memories do you get sparked in your mind just in a minute, in an hour, in a day? Whenever I'm walking, and I walk here a lot, every little things, the pattern of these black little grains of carbon. Sometimes I'll think about something of that. That looks like a this, that looks like a that. It's like for an instant. And there's so many instants. All these things right here on the side of that log, just the log that it's there. We're looking at things. It's really weird. Huh. Have you listened to Eric DeBay's Asbestos Head? Maybe you've read it. Look at the color of that. Is that right? People don't like the Mandela effect. This just popped into my mind. People don't like it. People get mad at you. You just remember it wrong. I just remember it wrong too. Great. What does it mean? Nothing. If time was altered in the past, who would it... Let's think about this. What would it do? I don't think it would change for you and me, because we're living our lives the way that the past is or was. That could be a scenario. What if it did change, everybody? Like, you go back in time and change something, and then everything just disappears, like you see in the movies. People pop into existence and other people disappear. This guy might lose a leg, you know? Interesting stuff like that. Oh, I have to go off on a second thing. There's like weird things that people find, and I guess they have, what is it, a typewriter or something like that, and you write an application to go to a school, and then you get in this machine, and then you go to the school for a whole 4 years, and there's all these rules about what you can do or you can't do, and when you come out, you have a degree in whatever it is you were thinking of when you were signing up for it, and you'll live 4 years of your life but you'll come back and you'll be in this thing. But there's people that go back and they break the rules, and then they die, and it's just a weird thing. But I think that was a story that I read. But anyways, if you went back and something happened, everybody's seen the butterfly effect. I guess I don't have to explain it, do I? But nobody else would know, and there's no reason why you should be the one that knows. Like, even if you were the one traveling through time, all the way up until time, everything would change for you too after what you've done. And most likely people destroy the fact that they built the time machine, and then that undoes everything. So is there a reset button? Is there some kind of memory card holding the way that everything was? It'd be cool to see a big old slide. Oh, it's falling on my head. The raindrops. The raindrops falling on my head. I think I make everything happen. Sorry guys. This is the way it is. It pops into my head and it comes out my fucking mouth. People get mad at me. I think this is all my reality. I make a lot of good things happen to myself, and it's just because I think about it in a way that works. I think a dreamer by chance can dream good dreams and finish them. Or go back to it. I can't wait. How long do we have to wait? I think a lot of people are gonna vote. So I don't think it's going away. So what do we got? We got a fucking show. We get a show coming. Go, come on. It's just like a movie. You gotta watch it. What do you think is gonna happen? There's all these people planning things. Planning this and planning that. And they're all bad guys. Oh, what's it gonna do to America? What's it gonna do to the world? The New World Order. We're living in a time when the New World Order is coming. People where I live don't have a war in our face. We do, but we don't. Oh, I'm so muggy. I'm gonna sit down. Everything's all wet. Fuck it. Wait for that old fucking dog. Come on! What the fuck's he doing? Come on, man. You are so slow. You got a big clump of hair coming off on your leg. It's bothering me. Come on, go. Let me get it for you. Hey, slow down, slow down. Yeah. This is the end. Oh man, I don't think you guys watch it all the way to the end. Oh well. Have a good day. You want to see this? Nothing. You can't see nothing.